Yo, what is up, everybody? And welcome back to another Madden 24 online CFM game. We are now in week 10 of the 2026 season here in the Premier Madden League. Our Los Angeles Rams are fresh off of literally getting somebody removed from the league last time we picked up the sticks. That, of course, was the Denver Broncos game in week 8, where we went on a big run at the end of the first half and made the Broncos user mentally rage quit the game, where he was fumbling, trying to celebrate on kickoffs. We were getting free touchdowns, and the commissioners kicked the Broncos user because, well, you know, he just didn't have the mental fortitude to be in the league. Though, our Rams are actually coming off of a loss despite that big win over Denver. Of course, I missed the week 9 game. I was out of town, so the Jets user played our CPU, and CPU Jalen Henderson had a miserable game, throwing 4 interceptions, and we ultimately took the loss. So we are technically coming off of our second loss of the season as we head into our second matchup of the season against the Arizona Cardinals. It's week 10. We are past the midway point, so we know what we got with our Rams team, but we still have new challenges to face. In that CPU game, we suffered 2 major injuries to 2 superstars on our roster. On the offensive side of the ball, we lost Julian Fleming. He's going to miss the next 3 weeks of action. So we're going to elevate Calvin Ridley into the wide receiver 3 role and expect a lot more of Terry McLaurin to earn his paycheck after we paid him a lot of money in the offseason. I thought about starting Puka Nacua in that spot, but considering we're using a non-superstar Cooper Kupp, I feel like it would be too inefficient to have Cooper Kupp at this point of his career and Puka Nacua in the lineup together. And on the defensive side, we are going to be without Byron Young until after our week 14 bye. He suffered a broken collarbone at the end of that game, so we're going to have the second year end Ashton Gallot take his place in the lineup. Now, we do have Aaron Donald back. Aaron Donald came back during that Jets game last week, and even though we didn't get to reap the rewards of that, we do have Donald healthy today as we get ready at SoFi Stadium for some Week 10 football. The talking is over. It's time to play ball. We are underway, and we will start on offense, and we'll see just how our offense looks without Julian Fleming, who was really picking up his stride before he suffered that injury. He had the monster game against the Broncos where he had about 250 receiving yards in the half before we ultimately chewed the clock with backups in that second half. CJ Donaldson with the early carry, not getting much. Here's a third down. Jalen Henderson scanning, going, got it. Cooper Kupp with the catch. Third down, we call up 10, and he still picks up the phone even at this point of his career as we dial up McLaurin downfield. He couldn't make the grab. Budda Baker has deep route KO as one of his abilities, so that surely factored into McLaurin not being able to make that grab. Now we face a third down and long. Jalen drop back going. Terry makes the grab. This time Budda Baker nowhere close enough to affect the play. McLaurin with a good grab and a good sign for our Rams to be able to trust Terry McLaurin and Cooper Kupp, because we're going to need them in the passing game without Julian Fleming. And of course, we want CJ Donaldson to do his thing, breaking ankles. Oh, CJ with a stiff arm to the 4. The rookie still packing. Oh, dynamite as he explodes into the end zone. CJ Donaldson finishes the drive off in style. The easiest way to make up for not having Julian Fleming is to just be able to run the ball better. And we definitely need CJ Donaldson to play better than he did in that week 3 matchup against the Arizona Cardinals, where Donaldson got injured in the first quarter and never really looked like the CJ Donaldson that we've come to know and get used to at this point of his rookie campaign, as this is a regrettable kick return by Clark. Devon Jackson puts the cape on and tracks him down inside the 10. Once again, it's Devon Jackson who has to make the tackle, going sideline to prevent the first down. Wide open, Xavier Worthy. Kobe Durant did not give that man or just leave any sort of cushion. That's a mistake as Emery DeMarcado in for 6. 2 explosive plays for the Cardinals and really 2 easy plays given up by our Rams. We know what Xavier Worthy wants to do. He wants to run straight and outrun us, and you know, we made it a little bit too easy with that defensive play call, and then the next play, you know those running back wheels are going to get open against man coverage, especially with a linebacker on him, as Antonio Gibson looking for the answer. Kick return, pass midfield. Antonio Gibson all the way to the 38-yard line as Jalen pop as he tried to let that ball out. I tried to get him back with our own wheel route there, but his user did a good job of defending the play, so we'll just take the incompletion. We'll bring up a third down, shotgun spread, Jalen looking, pressure, in trouble, running away, and doing a good job of not taking a sack on that play, so we can at least live to settle for a field goal with Chase McLaughlin. Not really a great sequence there trying to pass the ball, but I mean, if we get into field goal range, we'll definitely take that. And it's really a field goal earned by our special teams with the Antonio Gibson return. So we'll take that, I suppose, on a negative offensive drive. We still get 3. That's why all 3 phases of football are important. Right now, the defensive side of the ball is what we need to lock in on. This defense has been standout for the Rams this season, but the Cardinals are doing their thing. This is Branson Robinson all the way to the 25-yard line. Big run up 40. Next play, DeMarcado stretching the legs. He's in. Easy walk-in touchdown for Arizona. They got us with 2 long bombs on the previous drive. Now they get us with some quick outside runs that are explosive and result in 6 more points, eventually 7 for the Cardinals. And once again, just too easy, right? We give up all these easy plays. I mean, it's just going to be too hard for us to constantly work offensively, though I will say, if we get plays like this, we will take it R.J. Maryland to the 40-yard line. R.J. Maryland, the 32nd overall pick of not last year, or this year's draft, but the previous draft. He hasn't exactly been the Michael Trigg that I was hoping he would be when I drafted him, because that was the vision. I want him to be the next Michael Trigg for us, but you know, he ended up getting normal dev out the draft, had a couple of injuries in his rookie season, but, you know, he's there for us. He's still a reliable target, and that's all we can really ask for, to have a reliable target at that tight end position. Can we playmaker him? Not when he goes the wrong way, as Jalen Henderson. He'll do it himself. He'll get a gain of 2, need 2 more for the first down. Jalen, way back, and dumped. Oh, a bad mistake by Jalen Henderson. We sung his praises on the previous drive for his ability to at least not take a sack and not knock us out of field goal range, because that's what can happen when things go wrong. And I mean, just truly user error right there. There was QB contained, so we had the ability to stay in the pocket, but when the play broke down, didn't see the first read, we just backed way too far up. And you know, right now the Cardinals have us a little bit rattled as Kyler. Oh, don't do that. Don't test Devon Jackson. Open field. Devon Jackson on the return. Kyler can't get him. Oh, it looked like no one could bring down Devon for a second. It was up to Hollywood to prevent a Hollywood touchdown return. Instant red zone opportunity. Second down. Donaldson bouncing off his own man. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. We can get a first down at the 1. Jalen pistol running himself. He's going to be denied a first down yardage, and it's actually going to be a 4th down and 2, which we are going to settle for our field goal here. If it was 4th down and 1, I would have felt a little bit more comfortable going for it there, but I don't think we got a good spot, and, you know, at this point, I'm okay with taking the field goal. Once again, it's not like our offense is the reason why we got there. It's Devon Jackson. He's even balling out on special teams. What can he do, right? As Emery DeMarcado is now on fire. But yeah, that was our defense. That was Devon Jackson that got us in that position. So, you know, we'll just take our 3 points. We don't want to lose the game while we're playing good defense, while we're playing good special teams. Just buy time for the offense to eventually get into rhythm. In the meantime, the defense will do their thing. That's Azariah Thomas, stride for stride with Xavier Worthy. That's impressive, as Trey McBride, the superstar tight end. He's given us some big games before, so we got to keep in mind how to keep him in check, as we keep Kyler Murray in check to the point where he gets an intentional grounding to avoid getting hit by Aaron Donald. A loss of 14 and the down will definitely take that. Murray step up, floating, hospital pass. Oh man, Trey McBride is happy to walk back to the huddle and tell the tale after trying to make that catch in triple coverage. 3rd down and a mile, and that's Elijah Higgins in McBride's spot and converting for the first down. A defensive blunder once again by our Rams. This is just a very uncharacteristic game by us, just making mistakes we don't normally make on this side of the ball. But we are doing our job, bringing up another 3rd down and long. Hopefully we don't give up another back-breaking play. Kyler faking the sweep, still has the ball. Murray, oh, unleashes one up the seams. That's a laser to DeMarcado, who is blasted backward by Gabe Hall. Alucon got the first contact. Here's, oh, baby, Rayshawn Benny running the ball is not coming easy now. 3rd down. Does Kyler have one more miracle? No. That was actually the easiest throw he had to make, and he could not even locate Xavier Worthy, put the ball within his zip code, and the Cardinals shaking their heads that they have to settle for a field goal when Worthy looked like he had a walk-in touchdown on the play. But we'll definitely take that. We dodged a bullet there as Antonio Gibson on the return, trying to navigate his way in between all the traffic, gets to the 23. This is the first game we're using Antonio Gibson as a kick returner. We've been trying to sort through that position throughout this season so far, and I think we found our guy. I think Antonio Gibson can be our legit returner as Jalen. That wasn't a throwaway. That was for Terry, and Jalen just missed the mark off balance trying to throw it on the run. And that's Isaiah Wynn, dislocated ankle. He's out for the rest of the game. So we go to the backup center. Third down. C.J. Donaldson breaking the tackle. Very necessary. We were short of the sticks, and Donaldson was able to get it done himself. Jalen crossbody throw. Fireworks here at SoFi Stadium as we're under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Rams trailing, but maybe not for not much longer if we continue to put together the great drive we are right now. Not in too much of a hurry, under a minute to go. Jalen, step up, running. Not going to take that hit. We'll get a gain of 7, keep it in bounds. And once again, not in a hurry. We have all of our timeouts, but we're chewing a little bit of clock. Second down. That's a good block by McLaurin. Propels Cooper Kupp all the way to the 4, the 3-yard line on the bubble. Kupp's making moves to finish the drive off. It's C.J. Donaldson. He lives in the end zone. Donaldson does it again. CJ's second touchdown of the year, and we were looking for a bounce back game for CJ after his week 3 game against the Cardinals. I'll say we have accomplished that. But we have a fight on our hands for sure against the Arizona Cardinals. This is feeling like one of those games that's going to go down to the wire. When we played the Cardinals in week 3, our defense dominated that ball game, but Arizona's within reach now, so I don't think we'll get those silly interceptions from Kyler. Though if our pass rush turns up, there might not be much Kyler can do. Brian Burns, I should say, with the sack. That will take us to the end of the first half. Our Rams with the lead, and I mean, I feel pretty happy with our spot right now. It's a slight lead, but this game could have been so much worse, and sometimes all you gotta do is survive. We talked about it so much during the first couple of seasons with the CFM. You know, that was more of an underdog mentality, but it is a general mindset in these games where, you know, you can't win the game most of the time in the first quarter, but you can certainly lose the game. So we just don't want to lose the game. We want to give ourselves a chance, a fighting chance to win in the fourth quarter, because we are pretty good in those situations as the ball is out and it's recovered by the Rams. Oh, Emery DeMarcado, usually sure-handed, but he coughs up the pigskin. It's a turnover, and we once again get great starting field position. And I mean, look, our offense isn't playing a great game. Our defense isn't exactly balling out, but, you know, we're just putting ourselves in favorable positions. The one mistake we made was getting sacked out of field goal range. We don't want to make that kind of mistake on third down, so CJ Donaldson will safely run the ball to move the chains. Free play. Jalen can take his shot anywhere he wants. He goes to Terry and misses him. Oh, that was wide open. That was straight up wide open. Jalen missed the pass, and at least we got a mulligan with the offsides. That's CJ trying to cut it inside, but Owen Popo, good containment. We actually lose 2 yards. Drop back, Jalen, second down, roll out. Eyes downfield, and he missed McCord. Sorry, that's Calvin Ridley we missed on the play. But once again, we get another mulligan in the form of a penalty. That's roughing the passer as Jalen was going out of bounds. That was a generous call by the refs, to say the least. I don't think we deserve that penalty, but we'll take it as Donaldson looking for a hat trick of touchdowns. CJ setting up a goal to go at the 8. We go up tempo, looking to pass. Jalen drifting. You can run it, so we got to throw it away at the very last 10th of a second, setting up the screen. It's not there, and I was actually thrown into the dirt intentionally, so we'll go third down and goal. Can we get it on the third attempt? Oh, Donaldson nearly made the spectacular grab. I mean, even if he made that catch, though, it would have been tough for us to turn in and get the touchdown, so it's not too much loss that he dropped the ball. I mean, that was a really risky pass at the end of the day, and a little bit of goal line the goal line mess right there, which has been an up and down topic for our Rams. When we look good in the goal line, it looks great, and we're able to run the ball in, but sometimes I think the play calling is a little bit offbeat, so we'll have to address that, hopefully, you know, as soon as possible, but in the upcoming weeks as well. Here's a third down. Kyler fitted in. Oh, Trey McBride, tough grab, but Kyler Murray with a nearly impossible impossible pass. He had to be absolutely pinpoint to get that in between the zones. He did! But Murray is under duress and faces another third down and long against this stout Rams defense. Kyler! Wow, the grab is made by Worthy. He pays the price though. Worthy is hurt and he's knocked out the game. Devon Jackson with the hit. That was actually not a first down. So here we go, 4th down and inches. It's DeMarcado to move the chains. Devon Jackson, how many tackles has he made? Oh, add another one to the tally. A loss of 3 as he blitzes in. As once again, DeMarcado, after the great start, is struggling to find rushing lanes. 3rd down and long yet again. Can we get off the field? End zone. This is intercepted. Devon Jackson stride for stride with the superstar McBride. And he makes the play on the ball for his 2nd theft of the game. Put on the cape, Devon Jackson. You are Superman! Oh, and Jalen Henderson is the opposite. He missed a touchdown potentially to Terry McLaurin. 3rd down. This is caught. Maryland, great spot. We get the 1st down as he beats James Williams to the spot. Henderson roll out in trouble, and we're just going to play another down as we are approaching the end of the 3rd quarter. Bombing middle. That was a risky pass, and honestly lucky to not be intercepted, trying to fit it into Terry. 3rd down and long. Jalen. Time's up. And that's nearly intercepted by Aleem McNeil, the defensive lineman. That was sketchy. I don't know. Puka wasn't even looking for the ball for some reason. Even if he did catch it, it was like the other 3rd down to CJ Donaldson. It would have probably not been a 1st down, so we can't be too mad about it. We're going to have to punt the ball regardless as Kyler Murray rolling outside. The Cardinals are running out of chances. They've had plenty in this game, but you feel like this is the drive. They've got to muster up something, even if it's a field goal, because I mean, they've been facing so many 3rd down and longs. You have to get early production. Let's see what Kyler can do on 2nd down. He goes to DeMarcado yet again. DeMarcado, as per usual, with a heavy workload, a gain of 10. There's DeMarcado in the backfield. Here's Kyler looking to pass. Kyler, playing with fire and nearly got burned. Devon Jackson just missed, and it's a conversion for the Cardinals. DeMarcado in for 6. Emery DeMarcado! Just when you think you have him bottled up, he explodes! And now, a PAT to take the lead. Cairo Santos, no pressure from the Rams special teams unit, and Arizona with a tight 1-point lead. It feels fragile, but of course anything can happen. We have 7:23 remaining, and I mean, we've been babying the offense all game long, but at this point, we got to take off the training wheels. It's time to win a football game. It's time to get something done. So far, no bueno. Jalen missed it by a mile. 2nd down, the run game goes nowhere, and we're running on E at the worst time possible. Someone needs to step up and make a play. On 3rd down, it's R.J. Maryland, the unsung hero of this offense, really, because I mean, he's not Tyler Higbee-esque where he only shows up when you need him, not when you want him type thing, but I mean, he's there to make plays. He's had multiple 3rd down conversions in this game, just being able to continue drives by trusting 84, and without Julian Fleming, we need the whole village to step up, including Maryland, including McLaurin. Here's Terry, 2nd down. Wow, great effort by Terry. He actually got 4 yards on a play that should have not gotten anything. Here we go. 3rd down. This is a run. CJ Donaldson didn't get it. Ran straight into the defensive lineman. And now it's 4th down and 1, and a big decision here. A field goal takes the lead. But we're on offense. We're looking to go for it. Under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Jalen Henderson, good pocket. Roll out, got it. CJ Donaldson out the backfield with the grab. Even in a passing situation, we trust CJ Donaldson, and he comes through once again. Here's CJ looking to cap the drive off. Falling forward, setting up a 1st down and goal at the 3. As we chew the clock all the way down, and I don't know, this play is going to get off here. Oh, it's definitely not going to get off because that was a Philly special. We had to call the timeout there just to prevent a delay of game, and we just delayed the inevitable, which is a CJ Donaldson touchdown. There he is for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. The Rams back on top, but will it be by 5 or by 7? Let's see. Jalen scanning. That is picked off. No, it's actually dropped there by Papo, and they only had ourselves a 3-point lead. We almost threw a pick, too, in that situation. So the door's open for the Arizona Cardinals to outright take the lead with a touchdown on this drive. And we'll see how Arizona plays the clock. All of that strategy coming into fruition. I mean, we've been throwing jabs all game long. Now it's time to throw a haymaker. And that's when Foycedo Lucan steps up to the big stage, as always. Foycedo Lucan is a bright lights merchant. He only shows up when we need it. Oh, Donaldson, spectacular! Unbelievable! Touchdown! CJ Donaldson is him! He is him! No way he got out of that jam! There's no way! And look at the effort from the offensive line! You see Dotson in there. You see Joe Tooney in there pushing the pile. We needed that last little burst to go from the 2 to the end zone. And the offensive line gave us that burst. CJ crossed the plane, but that run was a special. It was truly special. It was video game-esque because Chase McLaughlin needed to help make a tackle on special teams. And now we have a somewhat comfortable 12-point lead. I say somewhat because there's still a lot of time. The Cardinals have all of their timeouts as Kyler. That's going to go out of bounds. He had a hole shot there, but just missed the mark. And we're just making it really tough for Kyler to execute. Once again, 3rd and long. And a Lucan is on the scene again. Can't get the pick, but he gets the swat. This is 4th down and pretty much the game on the line for Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Under pressure and picked off. Devon Jackson, he'll get his 3rd pick of the game. Putting moves, putting him on skates, and in for 6. Oh, he's got the S on his chest. Devon Jackson is Superman. Wow, the young talent of the Los Angeles Rams put on a show. CJ Donaldson on offense and Devon Jackson on defense doing it all. I mean, these are just special performances, and in a close game like we've had today, sometimes it really does pay to have the best player on the field, and I felt like CJ Donaldson was the best player on the field when he stepped on, and Devon Jackson was certainly the best player anytime he laced them up. And I mean, just special performances today, and you just need somebody to step up and make those plays. And in years past, it had to be Aaron Donald, it had to be Cooper Kupp, it could not be anyone else because no one else was capable. But I mean, now we got a rookie in CJ Donaldson just doing unbelievable things, and Devon Jackson is matching his tempo and then some. And you know, we're missing some of those guys that can make those plays in Julian Fleming and Byron Young, and we were still able to pull it together. So great team win against the Rams, but also just great individual performances by, did I just say the Rams? Great win against the Cardinals by our Rams. But yeah, just amazing individual performances by CJ Donaldson and Devon Jackson. And I mean, at this point, you know, the sky's the limit for what those two can do in this season. Because CJ Donaldson, he is up there as far as league leaders in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. He's putting it all together. And defensively, Devon Jackson is looking to repeat what he did in his rookie season, leading the league in interceptions. Devon had 15 in his rookie campaign, and it doesn't feel impossible for him to match that mark the way he is playing. And for the 2nd time in his career, he gets a 3-interception game against the Arizona Cardinals. Devon Jackson loves playing against these birds. And on top of that, 11 tackles. I mean, just, I don't know if there's any more superlatives I could throw his way, as shout out Brian Burns getting a sack right there, and Lucan, of course, doing his thing. And nice win, just a nice win and a good bounce back after the CPU loss. We got ourselves to an 8-2 mark, feeling pretty good about ourselves. Like I said earlier, I feel like you got to get to 10 wins to really start thinking about playoffs. Otherwise, you're just trying to reach that point, and you're just, you know, you're not a contender until you get to that point. You're just trying to make it to that contender status. But we are racing our way up the ladder. So, you know, feeling pretty good right now. And we'll get ready for our Week 11 matchup against Washington. So, yeah, leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 24 online games. We lost Isaiah Wynn. He's out for 7 weeks. That's a pretty brutal injury for our starting center. But, yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.